Hey guys, what's going on? It's mistavp coming back at you with another unboxing and review for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Today what we have is the Tyrannosaurus Rex and Monolophosaurus. This is from Walmart. It is the battle damage version, and the T-Rex has some scarring on it and on the face, on the back here. No doubt from its fights with the raptors in the first Jurassic Park movie, and also from the Indominus Rex in Jurassic World. The Monolophosaurus has this little spring-loaded side of chest type of injury. It's pretty cool. This does actually stay latched pretty good when you don't want it open, so you can't really even tell that that it's there. And Rexy here has this nice press on the back of the neck feature, and that opens the jaws nice and wide. Roar! Roar! I can tell you right away from the packaging, once again, Mattel hit it out of the park with these things. I mean, I love this box art. Again, you have Owen with blue on the side there. You've got the big volcano exploding in the background. That's Mount Sibo. It looks so much better than the original Jurassic World package art, and I don't fault Hasbro for that. I don't think that was necessarily their fault. And I'm going to draw some comparisons with the Jurassic World original T-Rex that was made by Hasbro, because I do want to showcase some of those differences. So I was able to get this figure from Walmart for about $30. I think it was actually like $29.84, which, considering the fact that it has a really detailed, really nice looking T-Rex alone, that's worth it. But then you also get a fully articulated Monolophosaurus, which honestly I've never even heard of that dinosaur before. But it's cool looking. It kind of looks like a Dilophosaurus. It's got the fins on the snout there. Obviously it doesn't have the frills on the side, but this thing, you can move the arms around, you can move the legs, and it's got the battle damage. So this thing I feel like is a great value. And again, I just want to draw some comparisons. So here's the Fallen Kingdom T-Rex, and here is the original Tyrannosaurus Rex made by Hasbro. This thing is derpy. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but like, it looks like something that gets thrown away after playing with it for a couple times. I mean, it just doesn't look like it's gonna stand the test of time, and it just looks cheap. It looks like a knockoff, to be honest with you. I mean, if you look at the quality of this Tyrannosaurus Rex versus this one, it's just no comparison. Realistically, I mean, look at the jaw on the original one. It looks like it's free-floating, like there's no connection between the bottom jaw and the neck. Look at it on this one. It's perfectly sculpted into that little groove there. And both of them have a feature where the jaw's open. So when the jaw's open on the new one, it's a nice fluid motion. Everything looks natural like it normally would be in nature. And on the derpy Hasbro one, you push this button here, and yeah, it looks okay when it's open, but when it's closed, again, that jaw just doesn't look right. So I am really happy that Mattel stepped up to the plate and really took care of us with the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toys. This thing, the coloration looks great. I mean, again, it's got a nice, like, almost like satin or matte finish to the body. Looks more real. The Hasbro one has a glossy finish, and it's definitely a much harder plastic too. So if something's going to break, I feel like it's going to end up being this hard plastic shell versus this still hard but not as brittle feeling plastic on the Fallen Kingdom Rex. So anyways, let's set this aside for now. You guys have probably seen this countless times. And let's get to the fun stuff. So let's start unboxing here. But before we do that, let's take a look at the packaging. So on the bottom, very simple instructions. One-time assembly. You put the tail. It looks like it just clicks right back into the back here. Some boring safety information and other copyright information. Side of the box, just the Jurassic World logo. Back of the box, a really cool illustration of the T-Rex and the Monolophosaurus. Shows you how to activate that battle damage and how to activate the gigantic bite by pressing the top of the neck on the T-Rex. Also shows you some other upcoming dinosaurs at the bottom here. That's really cool. And I've never seen this before, maybe I just didn't notice it, but they are advertising a app that you can get for your smartphone. It says get the Jurassic World Facts app, and I actually have heard of that before, so that would be pretty cool to see. Alright, let's start the unboxing. So, on the side here, it looks like there's some tape on this top flap, and then also on the back side, just cut that. Okay, so that flap opens, and just slide out. Looks like there's a little bit more tape on the top of the box holding everything together. So just snip that and snip that as well. Okay, and another piece there. And just for good measure, a couple more pieces on this side. And a piece at the bottom. Okay. So will it slide out now? One more piece at the top here. Did not notice that one. Okay. Got some instructions. Alright. Done with this. Okay, so it looks like all we need to do is just pop the tail onto the T-Rex once we remove her from the box. And just take our handy dandy scissors and chop this little strap around the neck. And then looks like there's one around the tail portion as well. Chop that. And see what's on the bottom. Oh, nice. They got those pull tab or twist tabs, so you just give it a twist, and then pull, and then twist, and then pull, and then the tail looks like it's just kind of wedged in there. So Rexy is now free and tailless. We'll set that off to the side. And then for the Monolophosaurus, looks like there's just a couple straps holding it on. Snip those. And we don't even need to snip the other one, we'll just pull that out of there. And there's one more on the foot there. So we'll just cut that as well. Okay. And we no longer need the packaging. Alright, so set the Monolophosaurus down, and following the instructions, it says to push the tail into the body. Shouldn't be too hard. It looks like it's just going to click in. Okay. Oh, didn't click in that easily. Okay, and oh yeah, perfect. So I have to say, just just from the onset here, I knew this was going to be a quality figure. Honestly, there's no balance issues, which if you look at these feet, they're pretty big. They look a little too big for the figure, but it's not terribly bad. But those big feet definitely help with the balance. Like, this thing is not going to fall over, which I can't say the same thing for the Hasbro versions. Those things, it takes a lot for them to stand straight, and a lot of times they need assistance. You got some more battle damage on this side. That's a pretty cool feature. I like that a lot. And it doesn't feel cheap. You know, on the Hasbro versions, especially the like the hybrid Indominus Rex, you know, the one with that's white with like the red like coloration and the gold on it. That thing feels so cheap. The mechanism inside feels like it's broken, but it's not. Whereas this thing just feels nice and stout. Doesn't feel like it's going to break on you after repeated use. Got some nice articulation here. The neck joint looks like it swivels 100%. Arms feel really good. No ratcheting, but they're definitely, you know, not going to fall off anytime soon. And they're actually on a ball joint too, which is really nice. I didn't realize that. So you can swivel them out to the side. The feet are on a swivel as well, so you can do some wacky poses. I don't know why you'd want to. Maybe because you're hanging out with the original Jurassic World T-Rex and you want to look just as derpy. A derp, a derp. So there, that's it for Rexy there. As far as the Monolophosaurus, again, articulation of the legs, kind of limited mobility on the left side because it looks like it contacts the body. I don't want to force it, but the other side looks like you have a little bit more mobility until you get to that battle damage section, which again is just a push in and release. It took me a little while to figure that out because I was trying to just peel the tab back, and it's not going to move that way. So all you have to do is press in, and it's spring loaded. It just releases, and then you press back up, and it'll seal tight. So again, you just press inwards towards the dinosaur, and it releases. You don't press down, even though the illustrations on the packaging show to press down. You don't press down. You press in. So yeah, I'll leave that open for now. The arms are on a swivel. Ball joint, which is nice. The mouth opens up, and the neck moves up and down, so you can get a lot of good poses out of there. No articulation in the tail, not a big deal. There usually isn't on dinosaurs like this. And again, with the balance, this thing holds its balance pretty easily. I mean, I was expecting I was going to need to finagle it a good amount to get it to stand straight, and it doesn't need all that finagling. So very happy with these dinosaurs. I'm very happy to see some of the other ones that are coming out soon, especially the Colossal T-Rex and the Indoraptor. I can't wait to see those. But I feel like Mattel really knocked it out of the park with these. Honestly, I might do a custom paint job on this Tyrannosaurus Rex just to make it a little bit more screen accurate, less orange, more brownish, and I think this thing's almost like museum quality. Like, honestly, it's just such a nice sculpt, very high quality, very good articulation, and it's exactly the same price point as the original Hasbro version. Which let me remind you that you don't really have any articulation on this one. You have the button that opens and closes the jaw. You have a basic ratcheting or just very snugly fit arm joint, which again, they're not on a ball joint like the Mattel version, so they just go up or down, which is fine. And the legs will shuffle side to side, and that's pretty much it. So you don't get a lot of articulation on this one. You can't make a lot of movie poses. For example, with the Mattel version, I can already see the potential here with a slight twist of the neck and like a downward look. Makes it look like Rixie's got her eye on her next meal. You can't do that with this one. So, another issue I had with the Hasbro version, which a lot of people had, and I think is just quite ridiculous, is you can't really see it on this model, and I don't think it's really that big of a problem on this one, but on the I think it's called like Smash and Sounds or something version, the one that's bigger than that and actually roars and stuff like that, and also on the smaller version, which just looks like it's a downscaled version of that one. This is from the Lockdown set. The amount of screws visible excuse me, on the side of this thing is just ridiculous. I mean, they really had to do that? Come on. It looks great from this side. Well, it doesn't really look great, but it looks okay from this side. But then you get to this side, and it's just like, screw, 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 screw. Too many screws. And why are they in those spots? It makes no sense. And it's not even just this little guy. Like I said, it's also on the larger than this version, which the name of that figure, I think it's Stomp and Strike or something like that. Just ridiculous. And as you can see on the Mattel version, there are no visible screws. Now, how did they manage to do that? There's no screws. Now, I'm not trying to say anything bad about Hasbro. I really like some of their work, especially on like the Transformers movie figures, but I'm not surprised that they lost the license to Jurassic World. I'm sorry, there's a huge difference here. This original Jurassic World T-Rex looks like it was made to be played with, thrown away, and that was it. Whereas the Mattel version looks like it's going to be played with for a very long time. It's probably going to end up being on a lot of collectors' shelves and displays, and it's probably going to end up being a very highly sought after item, you know, years after it's taken off the shelves. So I definitely recommend buying this. It looks cool. It has a lot of cool functions. It's got really great posability. And it comes with another dinosaur for the same price point as the original. I mean, that's just, it's a win-win. So I hope you guys liked the video. Please consider subscribing so I can continue creating more content related to Jurassic World. And yeah, if you have any feedback, let me know, because I really love reading comments. I reply to every single one of them, and your feedback helps me tremendously. So thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video.